for the ground. I'm my 2020, whoa, whoa. Woke up to deposits and it's only 8 a.m. Do it for the fam, I don't do it for the gram. Do it for my daughters, do it for my little man. That's my 2020, reason why I win. Lot of missed calls, looking bloody in my call log. I bet to myself, I'm not sorry that I logged, dog. Check my mental health, I was feeling like a lost dog. Bounce back and wipe my paws off. Get it off the humble and I stick to what I know. Nights on top of nights, long nights took a toll. Took some steps back, but I still get up and I go. And now you know, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, yeah. New Jeep, no doors with it, no. I won't stop now, who you kidding? Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma send it, I'ma send it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it. I'ma make some and I'ma spend it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it. Pressure on me daily, got the family on my back. Dreams are getting bigger, put the city on my map. World inside my palm, but I'll try not to get attached. Moment that is here, could be over just like that. Fast car, no NASCAR. I was never working hard, I guess I'm mad smart. Top speed like a rocket, it was blast off. 6 figures from my couch without a mask on. Waited for my cycle like a laundromat. Going to the moon, it's on top and that. 2 straight years of dropping back to back. Epidemic jumping like an acrobat. I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, yeah. New Jeep, no doors with it, no. I won't stop now, who you kidding? Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma send it, I'ma send it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it. SOS, SOS, SOS. I got you yelling SOS. Thought you was a threat. I do real life, do no tip for tat on the internet. We don't do that. See, I've been a threat and I've been a vet. Thought you knew that. Wait, I'm cashing checks. I don't owe no debts. I've been through that. See you SOS, SOS, SOS. See you SOS. Need a life vest. Need no mic check. SOS, SOS, SOS. See you SOS. We don't talk checks. We get to it. We get to it, yeah, we do it, yeah. I go up. We influence, yeah. See me moving, yeah. I glow up. Every time I show up, I can flip my switch out. They act like they know us, but they ain't no dog, I'm big dog. Asking if it's still a flex. Say they better go ask Booyah. Never think I'm gon' check. Better pull up like woo. Come to place and I'm the best. I ain't worried about none who y'all. 24, no rest. Stand on business, I'm too tall. Thought you was a threat. I do real life, do no tip for tat on the internet. We don't do that. See, I've been a threat and I've been a vet. Thought you knew that. Way I'm cashing checks. I don't owe no debts. I've been through that. See you SOS, SOS, SOS. See you SOS. Need a life vest. Need no mic check. SOS, SOS, SOS. See you SOS. We don't talk checks. We get to it. All in for the jackpot. Every time I want the last shot. Championship ring. Rank starter from a mascot. Winter rollies from a G-Shock. Brand new kettle, no teapot. You should know I don't play. Go sicko mode like I'm T-Scott. Eagle vision from the treetops. Winter image from a green dot. Never had no limit, but I had some Reeboks. Keep it humble, but the fee's not. In the game, no free spots. But I earn what's mine. Nothing less, I'ma shine. SOS, thought you was a threat. I do real life, do no tip for tat on the internet. We don't do that. See, I've been a threat and I've been a vet. Thought you knew that. Way I'm cashing checks. I don't owe no debts. I've been through that. See you SOS, SOS, SOS. See you SOS. Need a life vest. Need no mic check. SOS, SOS, SOS. See you SOS. We don't talk checks. We get to it.
Good morning all. Yes sir, hope everyone is well, hope everyone is good. FOMC today. Let's get it. Let me make sure all systems go. Everything looks like it's working. And let's have a look. So we'll have a discussion maybe midstream about FOMC, more people so I don't get asked, DM'd, all of that stuff. We'll do the analysis. Obviously it is FOMC in terms of news. We have a bit of CAD news, home sales not too big, 6 p.m. So New York session is clean, London session is clean. But maybe in New York session, we'd be waiting for this FOMC. Definitely an important one. I'm going to explain why probably midstream. Do a overall analysis with gold, something in depth. Now, if we're looking at the charts here, starting off with gold, we did yesterday dump for the rest of London and then find support during NY, which is pretty typical. Now we're forming some sort of consolidation. So we had a bounce here. We tapped previous 4-hour support. Boom, we bounced, we created a new 4-hour support, retested, continued up, and now we're stuck at our previous 4-hour support. So daily is still going to be closing bearish, as you can see, and 4-hour time frame is surprisingly still closing bearish. Not surprising, but giving us a bearish bias. Now, since we're coming from a bounce zone, there is a chance we can kind of counter that, but I still want to stay on the side of bias, especially with it being an FOMC day. We could just stay in this range, is definitely possible, or we could continue the high pre-FOMC, grab liquidity and see what ends up happening with that. I do want to mark this 4-hour resistance up here. If we were to see some upside, that would definitely be like a strong target, I would say. I do not see us retracing this whole move here. If FOMC gets crazy, we could see price. See, the only time FOMC would get crazy, we're going to discuss it, but it would be through speeches, not through results, unless the results come out way not as expected. So let's mark some of our zones here, put this 1 hour in here. And let's see, so we have a lot of bullish structure in here. We can see 30-minute bullish structure, 1 hour bullish structure, 15-minute bullish structure, I assume, yep. So in order to get bearish, what would I need to see? It's actually a little bit harder. Let's see, 1 hour will close here in 7 minutes. If the 1 hour closes above here, it's more on the buy side. I don't see sell, like, it's hard to see sells at the moment, if I'm being honest. Like, why is this the top here? Tap 4-hour support, but we've already tapped it here. So if we're getting above, surely we could tap here and then look at sells maybe. Yeah, I just don't see it yet. I just don't see sells being clear to me just yet. There's too much bullish structure here. If we had a change of structure, yeah, of course, but that's not till all the way down there. It's actually bearish bias, maybe set up 5. Yeah, but then that's going to take time before we change that. It would work, yes. So, but it's hard because even a setup 5 could just pull back, retest the 1 hour and continue up. But that would be enough for us to trade. So I want to see how it forms. We could actually take counter trend above here. I prefer not to take a breakout trade. So let's just see 7 minutes. I want to see 7 minutes, what happens in 7 minutes, where we close this 1 hour is going to mean a lot, because if we close above resistance, it's definitely more interesting seeing pullback for buys. If we close below, it kind of opens the door to potential being rejection of the 4 hour, and we repeat this. If we can get this same scenario that we had here happen here, I'll be able to take a sell where we get bearish candle followed by bullish candle. That fails, another one closes below, boom, sells. That's the type of thing I'd look for to take my sells. But you know, that will also be influenced by the 1 hour close. So I could repeat this here, but that's why I want to see it happen, obviously. So moving on to DAX here, we can see DAX kind of choppy, not super clean here. We did move Asian actually, which is surprising. Daily time frame is closing bearish. We're seeing it still respect daily support here. We have a new daily resistance here now. We can mark that one. It's more recent. 4 hour time frame is mixed bias. We're holding 4 hour support pretty strong here. We have another one here. This is our next zone. We almost tapped it. Yeah, very close to tapping it. Choppy zone for DAX. It's not the best zones for DAX here. Mixed session bias. Yeah, it just looks a bit of a mess to me. Yeah, a bit of a mess. I don't see many buying zones here. If I want to sell though, so either two things will happen. Since we've hit downside target to 4-hour support, we could see this bounce pull through here. If not, daily time frame can try some more downside. I don't like the idea of that because we've already wicked below the low. We've managed not to remain below it. So I could see a flip from here. So what I would love to see is I'd love to see a pullback back into 4-hour support. Even deeper would be better, and take buys back up. I don't want to try continue the buys. I don't really see a good range. I don't see a good clean range to continue bullish. A lot of resistance. Yeah, so I want to see a pullback for buys on DAX here. And that's kind of going to be the plan here. That's going to be the plan. GJ still continuing down. Trying to reach back towards the support here. Nice daily candle close below. Pretty big candle, this one. 27 pips. So yeah. Keeping an eye on GJ. It's been moving somewhat again. But we need to be careful. So yeah. Looks like the 1 hour might close below. We'll see. Caught the move from 130. Might sit on my hands for the rest of the session. Yes, if you've caught a move, it's not bad unless you see something that is really enticing. I want to ask why you didn't mark the daily support on gold. Because I'm not trading in that zone there. It's probably somewhere right here. I'm not trading there. If I'm gonna guess, the daily support is maybe here. Let's see. Maybe a bit higher. Or a little bit lower. It's not my plan to trade in these zones. Plus, we haven't had much reaction from it. I'm not taking a buy from here to here. It's too small. Sell I might take, but that doesn't matter anyways, because for a sell I need a change of structure. So wherever the change of structure happens, I'll be taking a sell regardless of that. Alright, write in chat. I want to see in chat. Do you think 1 hour will close above or below in the next 1 minute? What do you think? If you were a gambling man, would you gamble that it closes above or below? Damn, below. So you expect it to dump. Wow, last second dump you expect, huh? Okay. Let's see your guys gamble. We're getting more below than above. Honestly, now it's cheating because it's already 30 seconds to the close, so it's pretty easy. Not below the 4 hour support. I'm talking below the 1 hour, huh? Here. Above? Yeah. Next time, warrior, just wait till 1 second before the close and type your answer. Better. All of you, write your answer next time 1 second before the close. Write it. All of you are failed gamblers. Cheaters, not gamblers, man. You didn't ask clearly? Excuses. You think the casinos are clear? I think it's going to close above. Oh, it did. Superb analysis. So yeah, if I can see this candle close bullish and the next one close below bearish, I'm interested. Because it would be repeating this setup here. From 4-hour support, bearish bias, nice clean candles. And that would be my trade. Now, if it closes above here, I might have to consider some sort of buys. Might have to consider buys. We will see though. I need to see how it forms at that spot. It is a plan I have, but I need to see how it forms. Anyways, if you guys are enjoying the stream, make sure to leave a like. You know the drill. We call it the YouTube business. Let's get the likes up to 100 so I don't have to ask. I would appreciate it. Only 47 likes. Do the YouTube business. Hate to say it, but part of the game. Don't be... Oh, I won't say it. Last few days of the month, huh? Friday, last day of the month, and then we start next month. And then that is basically your last proper trading. Next month is your last proper trading month before the end of the year. December is always not a full trading month, of course, as you have markets close. Good morning, Harry. My suck just... What? What do you mean your suck, man? What's a suck? My suck just exp last night and I'm leaving town with my family for 2 weeks. When I get back... Oh, your sub just expired. Okay, man. I'm getting confused. I'm leaving town for my 2 weeks. I hope when I get back the new price won't affect me to resub. Thanks, Phil. All good, brother. Where are you going on holiday, bro? Nice. Enjoy. Unfortunately, yeah, the price increase will happen, so I can't avoid because there'll be a new system. So the only way you'll be able to subscribe is through the website. So there will be no more old price. So unless you have two options, you keep your subscription running. That is one option. When is your next Japanese course? Wow. When we need to get back to trading, GJ, then we can look at speaking with Odia and... Oh no, Odia's gone. So not even with Odia. See, in breakout scenario, I would be tempted to take a 5-minute candle close above here. I still am. But I don't know if I can do it. Because it's valid. We have a 1-hour close above. We have a 30-minute candle close above. We have a 15-minute not closing above. But then we'll have the 5. It's a valid. Those who are in the exclusive, who have watched the gold trading strategy, this is a classic one. This is a classic one from the gold trading strategy. But I can't do a breakout in London. Not yet. Not like this. Not like this with... How many are we? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 big bullish candles. I can't. As much as I want to, I must not. Also, being honest, the risk reward isn't that good. We have like a 95 pip stop loss and an 83 pip target. So it's not the best in terms of risk reward, but you could go break even. And then if it pushes through, you're in a massive trade. But this is welcome to trading. Hi brother, how's trading going? We just started, so let's see how it goes. You will find out, I guess. You'll find out. Oh, beautiful bottom wick retest of 4 hour. How juicy does this get? Any other day I take it. I mean, it really looks good. Yeah, it looks good, but this is my discipline of these have failed more recently than they have worked. Tradesharpe, I hope you become my liquidity. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that. That's very nice of you. But I don't want to be involved with your liquidity. I don't want anything to do with liquids. I don't know if you're into that stuff. You know, it seems like you're into that stuff, that you want man liquids because you're asking me to be your liquidity. So it's a bit weird, man. You need to get checked out, I would say, man. First time I've heard someone, you know, not first time actually. There's a lot of people weird like that. But it's a bit, you know, for me, yeah, man, what type of gay stuff? Yeah, he's a bit confused, fella. Exactly. Could you imagine what type of person you have to be to go onto a live stream and ask to be someone's liquid? Want them to be your liquid? Isn't that strange? Wouldn't you find that strange? I would be. I mean, if that was my brother or my son or something, he would be getting a big beating, I'll tell you that much. Definitely gonna be taught a lesson. I never would go to a YouTube chat and ask for someone to for a man. I would never ask another man for his liquids. Just doesn't make any sense. His name is Hachi the Realist. Definitely real about something. I'll tell you that much. He's definitely real about something. You entering breakup high? I would have, but not in this case here. These type of ones haven't worked out more. They have worked out less than they have. So I need to see these come back because this is straight breakout. We have 1 hour's no pullbacks. We have 30 minutes no pullbacks. We have one 15-minute pullback but no close above. Maybe the 15 close above will push me to take it more. Otherwise, I've just seen these fail more often than work. But if we were in a heavy breakout period in the market, especially with bearish bias, right? We're trading with bearish bias. So if this was a different time where we've been heavy breakout, full bullish bias, yeah, I would take it. But it's not the same now in London where we're seeing that. And especially with the bearish bias, this would be a perfect fake out zone. Q1 2025, we take this? Yeah. Even back when we were pushing all-time high, if this came during NY, that's the time we were normally pushing to all-time high, we take this. I mean, this is like a... This is might be a max confirmation trade because... Not max, but, you know, if this 5-minute candle closes thunderstorm, it's pretty damn juicy. I mean, what we could do, though, guys, the one thing we could do, in case today wanted to push, is we can run stop below just this wick. And if it breaks the high and fails, we lose nothing. Our risk reward would be crazy. 30 pips and then 70 pips up there would be crazy. That is the only thing I see that I'm maybe tempted, but then, you know, I want to stay away from those quick shots, really. We'll see the next 5. We have to wait for the 5 anyways. If that comes down here and makes a liquidity grab first, then I have to take it. I think there's no option. That's a no-brainer in my opinion. If it does this, I'm not too interested. Unless you wanted to give yourself the risky shot. Not risky shot, but, you know, we know how it's been. I'm happy to watch these and gather my data for next month, right? And then go heavy on next month. Can you please explain how you enter trades and the rules? Yeah, I have it on my YouTube channel, my top 3 price action entries. I just made this video. These are the 3 entries I mostly take. That will explain everything for you. Take it so you can be others' liquidity. No, you're the one who wanted to be. You wanted me to be your liquidity, bro. Don't try to change this on others, bro. We all know the truth. We all know the truth. We all know what you're playing at. So don't lie. How do you place SL? Because gold is not like other pairs. It's hard placing SLs. I have videos about that. I have videos about placing SLs. It's below candles normally. Below structure. Pretty simple. So we have got a push here. It's nice to see. But how does it act? It's not enough of a push to pay you this yet. Because in this scenario, you only... minimum stop loss here, because this is only stop loss below a 5-minute candle. Here's 95 pips. So I want to see if this gives a 95 pip push, which would be around there. So far it's looking good already. 50% of that move, but it has to respect this 1-minute structure. The stop loss is big in gold. It can be a 100 pip candle. Yeah, so as long as you have the range, you can trade 100 pips. It's not that bad. Because as long as you have a 100 pip range, today we have an 85 pip range. So it's a big range, you see. 82, sorry. Yeah, 85. 85 pip range, so it's plenty. You know, so if we had at least like an 85 pip stop, then it makes total sense with 85 pip stop. Yeah, so it did give us the move today. That's interesting, man. But it seems like the one I picked doesn't do it. Full breakout we had. No 30-minute pullbacks, no 1-hour pullbacks, no nothing. 100 pip move. Nice. Anyone take that? Decided to give it a risky shot? Not risky shot, but you know, give it. I have a confession? Not a confession, it's a valid option. I've just been watching those. Do you have a standard amount of pips where you move to B? If I'm like 75% to TP, I like to move to break even because I really don't want to lose that trade after that. Took it. Yeah, it's a valid setup. Of course, the one that most people don't take. If they're copying me, they don't take. If they're just trading by themselves and they're happy to take, you take it. Took it. Nice. It's a valid setup. Like I said, it follows that especially I have that gold trading strat in my exclusive group. This is the exact one. Gary took it on 5. That's you for the day. That's the right mindset though, man. That's the right mindset. You should have that same mindset. That's the right mindset to where you say, okay, I'm going to give myself one option. And if it plays out, great. That's me done. You don't want to now all of a sudden jump into something and then give that back. It's risky during pre-London FOMC day. Everything's a risk, man. This had its risk. 30 minutes, no pullbacks. 1-hour time frame, no pullbacks. Straight breakout trade. Bearish bias, huh? There's a lot of things that could have gone wrong on today's trade, right? I mean, if this lost, you will blame a lot of things. So it's, you know, especially it being, you would blame FOMC day. Then you would blame it being counter bias. Gold has been pushing bearish heavy since yesterday. You would also blame that there was no 15 close above. 30-minute didn't pull back. 15-minute actually closed at 4-hour, previous 4-hour support. We didn't close above it, so we were still rejecting that technically. So there's a lot of things here that actually could have gone wrong. So these, they normally work, right? This is something I would take back in Q1 with my eyes closed, and it works. Recently, I've been taking those, and if you check my journal gold setup ones, you'll see losses from them. You'll see losses from them, and they've caused me to lose, right? They've caused me to lose these type of trades where I've been done what? Take straight breakouts like this. It's a very similar scenario, this one here, and it causes me to lose. So I've been more cautious. Now, I will say one thing which is slightly frustrating is now that I've taken a step back and actually started to watch them play out again, they've all played out. So a bit of an unlucky timing to experiment with it. But at least it's given me confidence that I can trust these a little bit more. But yeah, that's welcome to trading, right? The good thing is I didn't lose from them, but it is frustrating now that the time I watch them, literally. If you guys remember when I said that announcement that I'm going to be watching breakouts and the next 5 breakouts, if they don't work, at least 3 don't work, then I have something to say, you know? I'm going to wait for them to come back. Guess what? 5 has worked in a row. In a row. So, and then the one trade I take doesn't work. So it's been a bit of unlucky timing which happens. But looking left here on the chart, we have a very big clean range here. So if this thing wants to continue, it's going to continue at least to the 4-hour resistance with volume. It has nothing stopping it. 1 hour is very clean here. 30-minute is very clean here. Could it pull back first? Yeah, if it pulls back first, I'll actually look at that as opportunity for myself, not a problem. So if it pulls back first, I would actually be looking for buys to continue. If it's just going to continue straight, then if you had runner opportunities, that would be your option there. Especially ahead of FOMC, we could see some craziness. Swing buys, unless you're playing the news on Bitcoin, I won't do it, man. What's your knowledge on news? Right? We have FOMC today. So if you're postured on news, you have a news positioning, you've been doing your research, you have a bias that you want to gamble with, and you feel like that's going to be correct, then that's the time you do it. All right, so I want to discuss a little bit about FOMC today. So everyone listen up. FOMC analysis today. We're going to go through this. This is going to be an informative one. So please listen up. So if you have been living under a rock or you don't check the news, we have FOMC. This is a highly anticipated news event. Why? Because the whole reason that partly gold has been pushing up, stock market has been pushing up, is because of FOMC, right? Because of FOMC, that's the reason we have been pushing up. We can see stock market is at highs here. Gold has been pushing also based on trade tensions as well. So we've had some other reasons for gold to be pushing. But mainly the stock market here, we've been ripping at highs due to a lower interest rate environment. Now, they're planning to reduce the interest rates. For me personally, this is priced in. I think there's a 90% chance. There's a 90% chance that we can see rates being reduced. So I do believe that rates will be reduced here. And I have no doubt about that. And I do think it will happen. Now, the press conference is going to be more important than the news event. Because if the Fed start to talk about more hawkish environments, not as dovish environments, meaning they're going to keep interest rates as it is. They're going to keep inflation, an eye on inflation. Because inflation came back here higher than expected, right? We can see here, oh sorry, that's a forecast, came back better than expected. I think it came back 3.0 if I'm not mistaken. Let me just double check, just to be sure, but I'm sure it's 3.0 if I remember correctly. If not, then I'm sleeping. Where is my CPI? This rates. Why can't I see CPI? AUD CPI. Am I blind or what's going on? I think CPI was it last week? Yeah, it was last week. We're only on. Let's go back to last week and see what numbers we had. CPI, there we go. 3.0. Yeah, so we saw inflation come back better than expected. With inflation coming back better than expected, it means that they do not need to reduce rates as hard. So this I expect this to be the last rate cut of the season, meaning we will not see another rate cut till next year. If the press conference pushes for next year forecast that we're going to rate reduce, we will still see some hype in the market. But I think we're way too overbought here. And I do think that FOMC statement, regardless, will lead into some sort of downside move temporarily. How that comes up. Do we spike up first because of the rate reduction and then lead into a dump? Do we just dump immediately? That is the problem with news. And that is why I don't like trading right at the news release, is because we could have a random spike up, stop you out, and then you get screwed. So preferably, I'd like to see the news come out. If I see news spike up here, I'm actually going to be slightly more on the bearish side. because I'm believing that this is a bit of a buy the rumor, sell the news type event. Although I can see one more liquidity coming out, one more liquidity grab coming out when we spike towards the upside, I do believe that that would lead into a downside and at least some sort of move and leading into the buy the rumor, sell the news type event. Now with gold, it's interesting because gold has already priced in a lot of its price action about the rate reductions. And this is going to be your top for gold. Gold has topped out unless we see no deal made with China, unless we see tariffs and a lot of global uncertainty reignite. There's a very high chance we do not see a new high. If we see a new high, I'm gonna sell at that new high, as I believe that is a fake high, right? So honestly, this is what my analysis is that I expect for FOMC today that if anything, we see a liquidity grab up on stock market followed by some form of a move down. If it's short-lived, long-lived, I can't say that's how news works. I'm not a wizard, but I do have a feeling that this is buy the rumor, sell the news type event. Now, does gold pump into FOMC? Very possible. If that's the case, then probably FOMC does either liquidity grab up, fuck everyone up, then dump down, or it can do the opposite, dump down, and then we see, yeah, I mean, it could do a straight dump down. It's hard to predict exactly what direction will happen when the news exactly comes out. But overall, I'm more on the bearish side of gold. You know, there is a possibility that FOMC does help us, give us a pump here, as we have the press conference talk about rate reductions for the next year, which would keep some buoyancy. So we could have a news event where we dump down initially, buy the rumor, sell the news event, and then Powell comes and says, look, we're planning to still support the economy. We still want to reduce interest rates. And as we reduce interest rates, what ends up happening? We start to pump again and we start to regain this bullishness with that hype again and just live based off that hype. Gold then does what? Gold kind of starts to rally. Now, I would expect gold to rally during December, if I'm being honest. Santa Claus rally is pretty classic. Otherwise, I expect consolidation, more downside, and then I expect a rally and then followed by more downside. But whether that happens before we see a rally before November, December crashes, and then end of December, a little bit of a bounce into the end of the year, something like that. So that's it, man. That's my analysis for FOMC today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Leave a like for that analysis. Very important. And please do not lose your money during the news. And yes. If trading London, is it necessary to check Forex Factory? I don't trade by news, right? But it's still helpful. Yeah, Forex Factory is good for London session because sometimes we have news during London session that affects Euro pairs, such as when we're trading DAX and stuff like that. So this is the pullback I wanted to see here. If I want to continue buys, I said I wanted a pullback to take buys. So we are getting that on DAX, which is nice. I don't think they fixed my spreads, unfortunately. Not that I know of. So I'd like to see a support candle formed. Oops. Yeah, support candle form would be nice. If we're going to see sells play out today, then we need to see the buys actually fail. So that would mean like we get in buys, they hit break even, and then it's a sell option. It actually would work like that. It would work both ways like that. Waiting on the 15th pullback? What do you mean by the 15th pullback? Or you mean 15-minute pullback? What do you think about BTC similar to gold indices in terms of potential movement? Correct. BTC will most likely follow the stock market. So this bounce will be faded. If we see the stock market dump, we will come back down to probably retest. Yeah, we probably come back down and retest into the 109, something like that, you know. We have reached target, right? That's what people are not going to be understanding, is that we've reached target. You see that? Could I take this on a 5 minute? I'm looking. I don't think so, because there's not enough confirmation here to rip this on a 5. I would like us to at least tap the 4 hour before I talk about taking it on a 5 minute, you know. That's very important. Obviously DAX is different. It's not like gold where we prefer 1530. Signal, please, please, signal. Damn. I'm telling you, man, even other streamers come in here like bots. You see? Even other streamers come in here and they act like bots. It's something in my chat. It's like they come in here and automatically they want to be like a bot. You give me the signal. You bought a Rolex already. Where's my second one? You give me the signal, I'll buy it. Coming here asking me. You said Santa Claus rally. Can you explain the reason behind that? I know research on my own, but I want to hear your input. Lazy. Don't want to research on your own, so you want me to tell you. Bro, I need signal to pay for Rolex? Yeah, fair enough. Hey Harry, YouTube camera looks good. I hope you're talking about the camera, because if you're talking about me, again, it becomes sus. Need to read between the lines, man. To read between the lines. Okay, I'll give you signal. What should we give him? Let's act like a broker and we counter trade the signal. Buy gold now, right now. Actually, it might play out. Thunderstorm. Orange juice. That's the way we can mess him up. Let's put him on orange juice, man. Let's put him on orange juice, man. That's what he doesn't know. That's the one thing that he doesn't know is orange juice. We need to put him on orange juice. Let's tell him to buy orange juice. Buy orange juice, man. That's your signal. Seriously. Buy orange juice. Imagine it's the low. It's so funny. Poor guy, man. Since 2023, orange juice has only gone up. And the time my man decides to add a position is its generational downside move. That must obviously be a fake account. Which one is a fake account? No, it's him. It's Mr. Daniel. Why are you dropping all the exclusive sauce now? No, we're telling him to buy, man. We're telling him to buy orange juice. Generational debt? Indeed, generational debt. My man is cooked. How about we change the cards? Today, I trade what chat says. But who will I trust in chat is the problem, because everyone will give me a different position. What's chat's position today? Let's see. What are you guys planning? Let's see. I'm the one always planning. I want to see what you guys are planning in chat. Write in chat, what is your plan for today? What is the next position you're looking for? Let's see. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to see what you guys are planning for. Do a poll? I don't want to do a poll because a poll is like, it gives people an option. I want to see what people are doing. Buys on what, man? Buys on what? If I take a buy on gold, you guys are gonna tell me, oh, I meant on GBP USD. Make a pull, buy or sell? No, I want to know what people... Yeah, you guys keep saying gold buys where? Right now? Pullbacks first? Your plans are shit. You need solid plans. You need to tell me how the plans... What's your plans? Where you... Okay, gold buys. Everyone is writing gold buys. From where? Right here? There we go. This guy wrote a somewhat reasonable answer. He's waiting for a 39.83 retest on gold and enter a buy. 83 retest. Yeah, it's a valid spot to come down to if we come down, right? Would be nice if we came down here to take buys. I like his plan. +1 for his plan. Sweep of lows and close above on 1 minute for gold. Okay, interesting. So this guy's looking for a sweep of lows here. And close above where? Close above the range or close above this highs here? That's what my question to you would be, is clear up where you want your close above. Structure in gold and set up one above. Okay, that's also interesting to take another setup one. I wouldn't say it's totally wrong, but be careful with the straight push. You want to buy gold at 39.81, stop loss at 77. Fair enough. So you're buying it impulsively, you're not waiting for any confirmation, or are you going to wait for something at 81? I like the zones you guys are looking at, 83, 81, valid pullback areas. People are talking about DAX. People want to take a DAX setup one on a close above. It is valid. Yeah, setup one would be valid. I rather buy towards the highs here if I can get in a way. There's a way for me to get in towards the highs. I much rather it than buying above the highs. I would take that over buying it above the highs. Everyone is talking about buys, but there's no one considering sells. Believe it or not, I'm the one guy here considering gold potential sells. Why? Bias. Bias could fool everyone here. The price is pushing up. Yeah, beautiful LTA zone. But there's no doubt why we can't pull back, and I can be part of that pullback. Yeah, I do like the idea to reach here. It does make sense to me, and that's why I would be a buyer. But I am not a buyer until we probably come down here. So that's a 100 pip range that I could potentially capitalize on. 100 pip range that I could potentially capitalize on. So yes, everyone is looking for buys, but I'm the one guy here who's potentially also going to be looking for sells if I get an opportunity. But I need good confirmation because I do not want to fight momentum right now. I don't want to call a top. The last thing I want to do right now is call a top on gold and then lose. I'm looking for a pullback here, then take setup 5 back to the top. Would be nice if we came back there, yes. Obviously, that would be juicy, but that's very deep. We might have to wait for that for a while, right? First, you want price to reach 4005. Yeah, would make sense also to sell from up there. Maybe we can buy back to 4006 here. Let's just see how structure forms for us. You're not the only one. Well, I'm the only one that mentioned, but you're the one who's thinking about it as well. So nice to see. Also, congrats, by the way, Stefan, on your payout. I'm very happy to see that. Congrats, brother. W's in the chat for you. That is a beautiful first payout, man. My first payout was nowhere near this. The first withdrawal I took from the market was only $100. So for your first withdrawal to be in the thousands, 2,000, is a massive achievement, and one that a lot of people will not achieve. They won't even be able to withdraw $100 from the market. The fact that you've managed to get a 2,000 withdrawal from your first profit split is amazing work, man. So be proud of that. I know you have another payout coming from your second account, but I would recommend to just keep it calm. Only take super solid setup. Even leave it till next month if I'm being honest, man. If I was you, I would call it a month right now, because you've achieved a lot and you're so close on your other account that you might as well start fresh and take. This is not a salary. This is the power of trading. Next month, if I want to take a withdrawal after the first 3 days of the month because I traded like an absolute G, I can. You're not being paid a salary. You don't have to pay yourself at the end of the month. You can pay yourself in the beginning of the month. This is trading. Right? This is the difference with trading. So next month, you can come in fresh, achieve this, start fresh, take your trade, get your payout on your second account, and pay yourself out at the beginning of the month. You know, no need to push things on an FOMC day, you know, where probabilities may be lower here. You know, you just don't need to do that. You've done already, most of the hard work is done in terms of that account. You just need one more solid trade and you're fine. So since most of the hard work is done, don't make it harder, right? That would be my forward thinking. That's why just golden setups, yeah. Obviously, I trust in what you're doing, so that's good. But just to remind in case, because sometimes we can get lost and feel like, okay, if it was easy to get that payout, let me push for this one, and then you set yourself back. How can I copy trade multiple funded accounts at the same time? All prop firms say they want account as a main account. Yeah, welcome. So either some prop firms will allow, of course, you to copy trades within their platform. They will not mind you copying on multiple accounts because it's all in their platform. When you start to copy trade on different platforms and different funded accounts on different platforms, they always have, they don't look for it, but they always have the power to deny your payout. Even if you do everything perfect, if you read the fine lines, the fine print of funding challenges, they always have some reason that they can pull out their ass to deny you a payout. So I believe in doing what? I believe in, if you have multiple funding accounts with different firms, make 2% on that account, then move to the next account, etc. There's a whole, I could make a whole webinar on that. There's a whole scenario on how to do that. I just told you a very basic version because I can't give you all the sauce. What do you think about Roti? Yes, I think that's the same thing I just mentioned, right? Because then they can't deny you. That's the best one to do if you're with multiple. But I even have, like, I speak to some people who I work with directly who have like 6, 7 as well accounts. I tell them, even though they're trading with the same firm, to rotate inside of the firm as well. Important in my opinion. This is what will change their outcome, right? This is real advice that can make a difference to your trading. You know, as a trader, we have this type of cycle. We have our initial phase that is a very long phase of just achieving nothing with downside. And then we get this overconfidence phase. We get this overconfidence phase. Once we get this overconfidence phase, what we end up doing is whatever goes up ends up coming down. We come down, and when we crash hard. Good things take time, bad things happen quick. We want trading to look like this, actually. Believe it or not. I know it looks weird, but this is how your trading should look. We have a stability of confidence and where we are comfortable. We have dips in our trading because life is boring if it's straight. Followed by us coming back to homeostasis. Coming back to a level. If we try push to this level, every time I push to this level, I've crashed even harder. So instead of coming down here, I come down here. And then it's a fucking hard climb to get back up to there. Really hard climb. So the way you push yourself is you push yourself without getting the overconfidence and going too far. You have to push yourself. But when you push yourself, you'll normally end up at a low here and then come back to where you were. So that's normally why we have these lows, is because we push ourselves. Can you explain the yesterday's US30 trade? Yeah, it just ended up break even, man. It was kind of boring, but essentially what happened here, 15-minute candle ended up closing bullish here. We had a nice little 30-minute candle close back in the range. I didn't want to take buys. Before this 30-minute candle closed back in the range because we had a 30-minute break of structure. When the 30-minute candle, 5-minute candle closed above setup 1, so I executed on a buy here, targeting the top of the range here. I put stop loss below the 5-minute and I targeted the top of the range there, and unfortunately it reached about 70% to TP and then started to reverse. So yeah, 80% to TP actually, 80% to TP, and then reversed and came and stopped me out break even. So I didn't want to close early. It was so close, man, to hitting TP. But sometimes there's just not enough juice. Like that's where my TP was 1-to-1 and there was not enough juice. So that's it. Nas gave the 1-to-1. Yeah, you sent that. Nas was good yesterday. Nas actually gave the push, which was nice on the open. Setup 3 on the 15-minute Nas gave here, which was a beautiful, nice little push. And then it ended up coming back. Nas pushing now as well. See what DAX is doing, consolidating here on DAX. Okay, gold pulled back here. Now it's trying to create some sort of 5-minute support we see. What's PipLabs fees? You can go on the website and see. Actually, speaking about PipLabs, let's see who's on the leaderboard. On Monday, we will be giving the winner to the leaderboard. Damn, this guy's put his name anonymous. 2nd place, we have Sad here. 3rd place, Peter. I hope that's how you say it. So it's not calculated off gains, okay? Gains does not matter. It's about consistency, simulation hours, and your ability to make profit with limited drawdown. And every time you use the rewind tool, you get minus points. So every time you rewind, minus points, rewind, minus points, rewind, minus points. So yeah, we will see who finishes the month on top here. And they will be awarded, 1st place will be awarded a cash prize this month. 2nd place, free month on PipLabs. And 3rd place will be awarded, we're going to decide. We're normally doing top 2, but we feel like we should do top 3. So 3rd place, we're probably going to offer a free week on PipLabs, just to make it fair. So cash prize for 1st place, probably around $100, which is sick. $100 for 1st place. 2nd place, gonna get free month. 3rd place, free week on PipLabs. Every single month, if you're a member of PipLabs, you can do it. The fees are here, pricing you can see. Even if you take the basic package, you will still be allowed to enter the leaderboard. And if you backtest, then you can earn $100 per month. That is gonna be 4 months worth of you on the platform. So it works itself out. As we grow, we're going to increase the cash prize. The goal is hopefully to increase the cash prize till 1st place reaches $1,000 per month. And then we will be the first backtesting software on the internet that you actually get paid to backtest. You get paid to do your own work, which is insane. So yeah, make sure to give it a shot, guys. Try it out. It's an amazing platform. You should be using it anyways. Try out the demo just to get used to it. You need to be practicing your trades. It's super important. I can't tell you how important it is. Don't follow my strategy. Listen to any other guru, but you need to follow your trades. Setup 3 doesn't have a top wick, so I don't know if it really counts as a setup 3, this one. Check it how it looks on broker. Yeah, a little bit better on broker here. We have the top wick on the broker. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see what 1 minute is saying here. No pullback. Honestly, I prefer 5-minute close above here. We're pretty high up. If you want to push the setup 3, you need to go break off highest high here. Very important, guys. I'm going to repeat myself. We have key level. Yeah, 4,000 as well. But you would trade to 4,000, right? You'd have to go break even there. We're only talking about 23 pips. Not that bad, actually. 20 pips, let's say. Actually, less. There we go. 15 pips. 15 pips. And you need to go break off highest high. Why? Because it could just retest this high here, fail. And then it would have respected this high, not been valid. Boom. Nice setup 6 on Euro USD. Yeah, that would be a valid one. Break of structure, come back into that range. Yes. Mixed bias, okay. Bearish bias not valid, huh? I wouldn't mind to see a 15 close above here. Maybe I try push that. We're gonna see. And I know you guys are hyper fixated on buys, but I'm also still considering sells, huh? I'm also still considering sells here. Trades we will review after the stream, Warrior. Is that a valid S5 on stream? I don't want to talk about S5 on stream. Any trade reviews you want, that's what I have the session after the stream for on the exclusive. You need to put your trade reviews then. That's trade review time. When we're trading now, we want to be discussing about current options. Show us a movie while we wait. You want me to show you what happened when I show you guys PipLabs? People are like, oh, he's not giving a signal. He's not giving a signal. Oh, I need to leave. That's what happened when I just showed PipLabs for like 10 seconds. I dropped to 226 viewers because I showed PipLabs for 10 seconds. And then as I put my charts back on the screen, oh, it's trading now. Signal is coming. Signal is coming. I need to join back the stream. I'm serious. I'm serious. It's crazy. It's not like it's mad, man. Like, how are these guys gonna improve? Like, I really want them to generate results, but man. Like, join for the vibes. Be my friend, bro. Come on. Don't be that cold. When I enter a trade and market moves a little bit on SL side, I feel like fear of losing an exit BE. How do I fix that? Just lack of confidence in your trade, man. I mean, it's a normal thing, man. You know, it's a normal thing to feel like that. You just need to trust your trades a bit more. I know it sounds cliche, but something that helped me build confidence was backtesting. Because if I saw the trade play out again and again and again, then that's a good thing. Another thing you can do is if you don't want to backtest and you think I'm just marketing, then you can trade on live account and trade over 6 months. It will take a long time, but if you just don't want to backtest, it's totally fine. And you can see the trade play out again and again and again and learn to trust yourself. Because if you see something play out every time you hit break even because you're scared and it goes to TP, eventually you're going to learn and be like, hey, I am right most of the time. I have to stop that. Because I just need to trust myself more. For me, backtesting cut time because I can do that quickly and see that, you know? Make Harry mad to the point that he starts making mama jokes? Yeah. That's the point we need to get to. People only want signal, not to learn, only want quick money without hard work. Yeah, welcome to why most people fail. DAX sell, how are you going to take a sell from here, man? Do we have bias for sell? Yeah, we do have daily bearish. Don't know if I like this range too much, man, for sells. Especially with that 4 hours sitting right there. Don't know, it's an interesting one. For me, DAX is a little bit super choppy land, you know? It just looks like shit. Overall, the way it's moving. That's why I'm here. I already have my own trade style, but here for the vibes. That's the point, man. We're a community. You don't have to trade like me, but, you know, be part of the gang. It's fun, man, when we can banter, get more people, shit talk people, laugh, cry, go through hard times, go through good times. It's just how it works, man. I like it. I think it's an absolute transparent experience. Although it damages my brand because people want hopes and dreams, but for the real legit people, it's insane. Because people can see real results. Next, you're going to see we're a family and have pizza Fridays? Not at all, because they all end up betraying me. I trust no one. In every aspect of life, I feel a community is just a positive thing, hardly any downside. Yeah, focused one is really a positive. For a long time, I did things by myself. And I do still love to do things by myself. And the majority of things has to be done by yourself. But having people around you who you can just chat to and to... doesn't mean you need anything for them. But as long as you have people around you, it made a massive difference for me. Especially people who are better than me, richer than me, older than me, helped a lot. They gave me any type. So you don't understand, like, even I have gotten value. I have gotten value from someone who cleans the floors. Literally. Those people I want in my circle. Because they're pure work ethic. I always talk to the guys who sweep the floors, and I love talking to them because that's where I get my motivation and work ethic. If I've had a bad day, lost a trade, not seeing any options, people are hating, not feeling too good, right? And I go speak to one of these guys, it immediately makes me feel insane, like how lucky I am. You have to realize how lucky you are to be a blessing, to be in the opportunity to trade. These guys can't. They're living on $280 a month. Their shift is from 6 in the morning to 6 in the evening. They have to drive 4 hours, 3 hours to reach. So they're waking up at 4 a.m. to reach to clean by 6 a.m. 12-hour shift. They have to send money back home because that's how their family eat. Yeah, it translates to their currency, but they're only left with $50 a month. You know, like if they even wanted to trade, they can't, because if they have to do something to be able to eat, and then you sit here and complain that I lost a trade today. Fuck you, man. They're sacrificing their life to live. Look at the life they have to live. So don't feel like that. Realize you're so lucky. Don't hate on people on the internet. Instead, rise with them. Use the power of others who are around you, but everyone's here trying to blame others to fucking pass their account. Blame others because they lost a trade. Imagine you met some random guy on the internet, you decide to copy him, you lose a trade, and then you blame and hate on him. You know how weak you are as a person for doing that? You don't know anything, and I don't blame them, but they don't know anything about the strategy long term. They don't know anything about how we've been trading. They don't know that I've been here for 800 streams showing wins. They don't know that, but they want to complain. So that's what I mean. You get value from every single person, whereas other people who maybe have an ego will look at that person and think nothing of them. All right, 5 minutes to London Open here. This candle here closed no top wick on broker here. It's closing how? No top wick as well. So I want to wait for London Open candle here. We'd have a 1 hour candle closing bullish here. We might have a thunderstorm on the 5 minute. We might have a setup 3 on the 15 minute as well. If we have a setup 3 on the 15 minute, thunderstorm on the 5 minute, and this 15 minute candle closing above, would be insane setup. Not insane, but I mean, I would be interested in it just to see. I was talking to my maid yesterday. She was going to work for making bricks so tough just for $15 a day. Yeah, it's insane, man. We have a saying in Chinese, worse off than some, better off than many. I love that saying, man. That makes total sense. That makes total sense. It's a good saying. In order for me to take this trade, since we're high up, we have a lot of momentum today. So I just have to capitalize off momentum. Break even would be at 4,000. Hard break even, no options. If it stops me at break even and flies, I don't care. But I need decent bottom wick. Why? Because we're high up, man. Look at this candle we've had. We need it to prove to us. If it closes at 4,000, it's a different story. We're going to look at it. London has changed their time already. Yes, they have changed their time already. Next week, New York will change their time. Let's see the exact day. I do believe it's this weekend. New York changes their time. No, on Sunday. Yeah, so the Sunday, not the Saturday, the Sunday. 2nd of November, they're going to shift their times as well. And then everything will be back in sync. I'm thinking US 30 NAS is bearish today with FOMC. Did you watch my analysis? We did a massive analysis about the FOMC. You were there for the stream, right? For that? I have not heard from Sil or Mirko. Do you know what happened to them? Yeah, Sil's in uni. He left a message. Webinar? No, in Zoom. We did it on... not Zoom, just now on stream. We were talking about it maybe like 20 minutes ago. So yeah, he started in uni, so he can't even join for London's. So he's just trying to find his feet of when he can trade, when he cannot. Mirko went on holiday, and then he, I think now, I'll write where he's went because maybe he doesn't want me to share. But I think now he's on this phase now because he's getting, that's why. So he's in this kind of like whole different thing. I messaged him the other day though. I need to see what's going on. I googled instead of using Harry AI, and yes, it does go back. Thank you very much for googling and not asking Harry AI. I need to make harry.com. Ask me questions. I started trading 2 years ago, learning from others. Then I found your channel and discovered how to trade in a straightforward way. I dedicated a whole year to practicing and trading in a funded account. When I wanted to expand my knowledge, I joined your group to better yourself, and now I'm breaking even. Let's go, man. I'm happy to hear that, man. Thanks for sharing that. I love people to share that stuff. I have 2 segments in the group where you can share that: motivation, achievements, or testimonials. It's nice to write that in there. Sir, please concentrate on gold. It's on hard key level 4,000. Concentrating now. What I can see, brother. I'm not born yesterday. I'm waiting for the close. You know, you can relax. Let it be at key level. Let it be pushing. Another no top wick. Oh, no. No top wick again. Let's see. Maybe on broker, sometimes it has. Oh, it has, but disaster open. Straight to the moon. Let's double check what DAX open is doing here. 15-minute close bullish. Interesting close here. 1 minute no structure, making deep bottom wick. Oh, I need it deeper, man. This is super tempting for this here, but this bottom wick, can I trust this? Can I trust this? Is this enough? Or does 1 minute need to at least close bearish? I feel 1 minute at least needs to close bearish here. There we go. I knew it, man. Tried to fool me, man. It really... Ignore Gino. Gino's mind is somewhere else. This is what I was scared. We needed one more. Yep. It tried to fool me. Look. Aha. This is where it's catching so many people out recently. That one trick today just saved me. Look, straight to stop. Can you imagine I entered on the flip? I would have just gone straight to stop loss now. Now I enter. Because now is the time, if it flips, where it's gonna party. So let's see if this shit flips. That shit was evil. Yeah, but remember we talked about wanting that retest to 4 hour. Now we retest 4 hour. Now we see if it wants to flip. That's where we'd get the drive. Look at this flip coming through now. No, my spreads are widening. No. Okay, it's tight. I might have to take the risk here with wider spread. No, how wide is that? I don't know. I want to put a buy stop, but my spreads are jumping. I might get triggered in my buy stop. For me, it makes sense. Rebreak of the high. Rebreak of the high is where I wanted my buy stop. Put stop somewhere around here. But, I can't place the buy. It's already, I would have been in. Look at these spreads, man. This is what? Yeah, that's my trade, man. I can't do anything with these stupid spreads, man. Anyways, that's the trade there. That was the one, right? Where my buy stop is. I just couldn't place it because of that. Go break even at that high. As it reached this resistance now, you can watch what it does. That's your entry there like this. Stop loss can go below somewhere like that. And then now you look for volume to push through this resistance. If it fails, then it fails. If not, then you should be able to get a 1-to-1 here. I'm sick of these spreads, man. Literally at my entry, it was widening. And 2 pips here matters, man. It matters. So now I tapped the resistance here. You have to be careful, right? That's where you have to be careful with the 1 minute. You have to be careful. Has to respect this 1 minute structure. So if you're playing it safe, you can just say, okay, if it breaks this, I'm out. If not, then you can manage on this one here. So that's what I would have done. I would have probably with FOMC day been more on the aggressive side today and just be like, if I see any business on the 1 minute breaking through these lows, I kind of be like, okay, no, thank you. That type of business I would do because I wouldn't trust it doing that. We'll see what gold is doing. People are asking about gold. That's a shame though, but maybe it would have ended up being a break-even position. So then I wouldn't complain. I don't see entry for gold unless you ripped it on this 5 minute close here. For me, this was, if you're going to go on 5, then might as well take this one from down here. The first one. I need to change broker today, but it takes time, man. I need to set up an account. I don't know who to use. I'm going to re-message them one last time. Because that's a missed trade. I really trust this position on DAX here. I'm actually not looking at it because I have FOMO. I'm not looking at it because I really feel like it was a solid trade. It's something I planned, the liquidity grab, retest to 4 hour. I'm serious. Like, this is the first time where I actually feel like I'm serious. 1 minute was retesting. You could probably hold. Now what is it doing? Should I look? Am I going to be disappointed or not? Tell me. Don't look. That means it's doing good. So I might as well look because you already told it to me. Look at this 1 minute as well, right? Create structure above entry. Ah, look at that, man. As long as it respects this, you're fine. Now, if it breaks this, it's game over. So you can manage super easily. It's painful, but it hasn't hit TP yet. It's painful, but it hasn't hit TP. It will be very painful when it hits TP. But if it doesn't hit TP, I'll feel better. What was stop loss? Stop loss 28 pips. TP would be 28 here. That's where the TP... Let's put a line so we just know where TP would be, just so we can get a reference. And let's see if it would have hit or not. Stops would be break even now, yes. Because now we've tapped into that resistance up here. 1 minute structure above entry. I wouldn't like to... The maximum I would do, and now we've closed above, I wouldn't like to lose this trade. If anything, I would maybe put stops below this low for -3 points, just to allow it to retest here. That's all if I'm happy losing 3-4 points. If not, then no chance at all. I'm just full break even. That's the time to be break even. Let's see, look at these spreads. Look, you saw it when I changed, still widening. I don't know why they still have this freaking bullshit, man. It's absolutely disgusting for such a big broker to be operating like that. It just doesn't settle, man. You know, and the problem, you get stopped out quickly, you know. It doesn't hit your TP as well. See if you would survive here. So that's your last chance for it to bounce. Will it bounce now? It's trying. So yeah, would it bounce? Would it bounce? If it doesn't bounce, then you'd be out break even. So I would feel a little better, but otherwise I won't. If it still goes to TP, I see, as long as it respects this, you're okay. This is its last line of defense. If it's gonna do a push, it needs to respect that. Which is nice because it's right above your entry. Your entry would be here and it's right above. So your break even would be like that. So the minute it breaks that low on down, look at the spread widening. That's where I get messed up. So see, because that won't hit my TP, that won't do anything. So now I'm teaching you guys how to manage the trade though. It's a very good thing to learn how to manage the trade. So like I said, until it breaks through these lows, you're fine. Maximum, there you go. So I would be out break even on this position here. Do I feel better? A little bit, but is it still I mean, I would be annoyed if I was in because it's like shame. But that's why you want to get out, because now, boom, you'd be holding all this drawdown. So I'm interested to see, does it play out later or not? That is what I'm interested to see. But yeah, actually shame that there was no volume to continue price. That was a high win rate setup. Break even is okay as well. But, you know, normally this should give a straight continuation after that liquidity grab. We talked about it perfectly, how it needs to do that one more sweep down. BE, nice shot due to the big bottom wick, then flip. Yeah. I mean, look, actually, on this broker, we haven't closed below. So this might be the one it goes, but I'm just being honest how I would have managed. I would have managed like that. As soon as I close, it starts flipping. Well, technically, it didn't close below, right? So, but that's how break-even is, 50-50, right? Otherwise, you leave full stop loss. It's one or the other. You have to make a decision where to go break-even, and then it's a 50-50. Do you use Binance Exchange? No, I use a local exchange. I use a local exchange. It's playing out. Yeah, but I personally would have been break even. There's no doubt. I wouldn't have. I would have been break even. But we know break evens are 50-50, and that's just how they work. And technically, on the broker, if we draw a line on the broker, it would have not closed below. Okay, fair enough. So yeah, technically it didn't invalidate structure. So you can hold, but the way I was managing it, yeah. But it should hit TP here. Let's see where are TP lines. Can there be break-evens which are more than 50% on our side? You know what? I've done all the experiment and it's still 50-50. You know? Obviously daily levels, 4-hour levels. But even some daily levels, 4-hour levels, it pushes through. And it makes the maybe a 60-40. You know? So even with that much confirmation. Yeah, so tap the 1-to-1. Beautiful actually to see. Wanted one more retest here, so it's just needing an extra liquidity, but nothing closed below. So yeah, your option is to manage this trade, because you can't manage break even in this trade if you were planning to hold through this pullback, because there's just no chance. Because your break even level would be the resistance, then you go break even at the resistance. So your only choice would be, okay, I'm gonna manage if something closes bearish, not close the trade, break even. So those are your choices. Alright, I'm gonna head off now. All my trades played out. Gold idea this morning. If you took gold on the 5-minute, congrats. You're in an amazing position. And then my DAX idea played out. I couldn't take it because of spreads. We discussed the outcome. I treated it like I was in the trade. And I need to get this spread thing sorted because it's just ridiculous, man. This is costing me money and it's actually frustrating. I have a funded futures account, but I can't take DAX on my funded futures account. Otherwise, I would just trade it on there. I'd make money both ways. It wouldn't be an issue until they get their shit sorted. And that's about it. That's about it. So, yeah, that was the option this morning. The 5-minute candle close above here. 1-hour candle close above. 30-minute candle close above. And then you get the 5-minute confirmation. Boom, that's the one. And that's it. This, to be honest, like I said, I felt was too late without the 15. If you're gonna go on the 5, you might as well went on this one. There's no excuse to go on this one. If you're going on this one, wait for the close. So appreciate you all showing up today. Hopefully you caught some nice trades and enjoyed the information. I appreciate everyone as well. See you guys hopefully tomorrow, and let's see if we can catch something juicy after FOMC, because we'll have the post FOMC madness Thursday, Friday, close out our month strong, and then we start next month, right? So yeah, was amazing. Take care all, and hopefully see you guys soon. Peace.